Hello students, in this session we are going to discuss rest of the important commands from your Unix chapter. So coming to the topics today, so that we will be discussing the basic commands in Unix. What are the commands that we are going to discuss is the command called as tput. So this command what we are going to discuss, which is called as tput, which is used to display the terminal information. Okay, terminal information is whatever the terminal is nothing but the interpreter where you're going to give some kind of commands to the kernel and it will be executed by the kernel. Okay, so this command line interpreter, so that we have discussed different types of scripts: shell script, bourne script, bourne again script, const script, and c script. Okay, so these are the different types of shell scripts we have. So that is your command line command interpreters. So under that we will be executing some commands. Those commands where you're going to execute that, so which is called as terminal. So we have a command called as tput, which is used to give the information about the terminal that you're using, and these values depend on the capabilities and the information available to the shell. So whatever the shell is going to do, shell programming or that particular interpreter is going to do, those information will be provided by this particular command. So we'll try to execute this command. I'll just log in. So we know we'll have installed Cygwin. So I'll be using Cygwin. So this is our terminal, Cygwin terminal on Windows 10. I'll be using the command as tput. Now once I press enter, you can see this is the information regarding the tput command. What are the things that you can do on the tput command? Like you can clear the screen, you can initialize the terminal. Hope it is visible. It is, you can clear the screen, you can initialize the terminal, you can reset the terminal. All those things can be done with the help of this command called as tput. So you can just type here, say tput place, will be giving a space, and after that I'll be typing in clear. So once I press enter, so you can see whatever the command that we have previously typed, everything has been cleared from the terminal. So and we have other options also. According to our requirement, we can use any other option from the tput. Now next, coming for the next thing, which is uname. Uname is a command which is used to display the software and hardware information of the current running system. That is currently what you are using, the terminal or operating system that you are using, Unix or Linux, what operating system you are using. In that we will be displaying some information about that particular device. Okay, so that is our second command. We'll be using uname. So if I type uname, it is just displaying, so you can see the version or the type of software we are using. Okay, and you can see we have different types of option here. A, O, S, V, all these things are different types of information. Say if I write uname hyphen A, it displays the information about the system, that is what kind of operating system you are using, all those things. But here I am using Windows and Cygwin, so it will be displaying the information only about the Cygwin software. Suppose I want to display the information about the kernel, so I will be using say uname /s. So when I use that, we'll be using a kernel called as, from the above example itself you can see the kernel name is Cygwin installation 10.0. okay, again we have uname /n. This will be displaying the host name, the name of your laptop or the name of the user what you have used that based on your system that is going to be displayed. You can see all these informations on the like options we have A, O, which will be displaying the operating system name. So for example, we have used uname slash O. In this case, again, you can see it is showing the operating system as Cygwin itself. Okay. If you are using, if you have installed Fedora or if you are installed Red Hat or some kind of operating systems, in that case, it is going to display that particular operating system's name. Okay. So other options you have is like S, the kernel name, kernel version, and other different types of kernel release information, machine information, host name, processor name, and platform information. All these things can be used, or by using uname we'll be able to display all these kind of informations about the software what you are using. Okay, so that is uname. Next we'll go for the next command, which is who command. Who command is used to find out some basic informations like time of last boot and current running level of the system, who has logged into the system, or what is the name of the person who has logged in. All those kind of informations will be available with the help of this command called as who. So I'll just execute this command here. So I have given who command. It is trying to access the information now. You can see it is showing some information on the who command, which is system name, and the system details will be displayed. So this will be working better when you are using Fedora or other kind of open source operating systems, Linux operating systems. In that case, you can use this information better. Okay. Now we have something called as, say, if I want to understand better about who command, I can use who's hyphen help. Okay, it was to hyphen help. Okay. When I use who, I mean that particular who command followed by help, you can see that commands options have been listed here. Okay, so when I use A, it is going to display all the information like login details. When I use B, it is going to display boot information. Say I can use who slash A. So this works better when you're, as I told you, whenever I'm using Fedora or other operating systems, this works better. You can see all these informations, like when it has been started, who has logged in previously, what are the other kind of information that is regarding the terminal. Everything will be available with the help of who command. Okay, so next we have one more command called as tty. Okay, so this command is used to say, for example, whenever you are using uh, information, or which is a standard input standard output function, that can be accessed with the help of this command called as tty. You can see tty is used to print the file name. It is used to print the file name to which the terminal is connected for standard input. And you can see, as I told you, you can also find some options here. So if you want to find the options, as we can use help option, like you can write tty, so it is tty able hyphen followed by help. Once I use that, you can see uh, print the file name and the terminal connected to standard input. What is the file that is connected to standard input? If you can see, we have executed it. We got that output is dev slash pty0. That is our terminal standard input file name. And you have white print nothing, only returns exit status. It does not print anything, it just gives the exit status, that's all. So by which we'll be using, for which we'll be using tty command. Again, we'll go to the next command, which is called as man command. So man command, it is used to just provide user manual, to provide user manual for the given command. So how that works is, if I give something like man followed by, I'll give who command. So now it is going to give complete details about who command. So the manual of who command, which includes all these things. It is used to show logon details. Synopsis or syntax is something like this: who, option, and file name arguments based on the type of description or option you are selecting. Based on that, we can change the syntax also. Now, to come out of this, you can see we need to select Q here. So I'll be pressing Q to quit or come out of that particular manual. In some operating systems, it will be like in Fedora or something, like it will be like Control D or something like that, or escape in some operating systems to come back to the terminal. And again, next we'll discuss one more. So as I told you, it will be displaying name, synopsis, description, option, and all the different types of details like exit status, return value. All these are the different types of information that will be displayed when I'm using man command. Next command, which is nothing but manual. And coming for banner command, it is used to just display or print any ASCII characters. Using any ASCII characters, it is going to print some text. I'll just type banner space, I'll give some word like welcome. See, you can see bash banner command not found. So since I'm using Cygwin, I'm not able to execute this. So in Fedora and other operating systems, you'll be able to execute this banner command. It is just going to display some text in a larger font size. That's it. And now we'll be using man command followed by banner. So manual entry not found for banner. So banner command cannot be executed on Cygwin. So if you want to execute this, either you need to install Fedora or other operating systems, Linux operating systems. And at last, today's class we'll be discussing two more commands called as clear as well as password. So clear is used to remove the previous commands, just how you used to use CLR SCR. So we'll be using clear here. So once I use that, all the commands, that is previous commands, whatever we have used, everything will be cleared and the terminal will be empty. And we have one more command which is called as password. So password, again you can see password cannot be implemented on the Cygwin application on your Windows 7 or Windows 10. If you want to use that, we can use only on your Fedora or other Linux based open source operating systems. Now this, which is used for changing the password and other functions on your uh, Unix operating systems. So this completes our basic, say, Unix commands. From the next session, we'll be discussing file and file organization of Unix operating system. Thank you. I'll stop this session here. In the next session, we'll be discussing file structure and file organizations. Thank you.